Hi guys, nice to see you. I don't have any intro music because my old one is now copyrighted. So yeah, that's fun. In fact, I've got no music at all in the whole of the stream. So that's doubly fun. It's quite scary without music. It's quite ominous. A bit weird. Hey guys, welcome. Welcome back. I'm back after my trip away for work. So yeah, we return with some F1 challenge. King Crab, thank you very much. You're way past the 10-15 milestone. Now it's 17 months. It's almost a year and a half. Wow. Impressive, really. Yeah, welcome, guys. So I've been thinking over the past few weeks of, where I'm going to go with the old YouTube thing. You got stream lag? Let's see if it's my end. It is, yeah, it's a you problem. It's all good on my end. I think. How are we doing? We'll be okay. Although now Streamlabs is telling me that it's not even picking up my microphone. Can you guys hear me? Or is my computer broken? No, okay, you can hear me. Okay, so that's fine. As long as you can hear me, that's good. Yeah, so I thought I'm going to just do some YouTube streams, Why not? I've got a massive Excel document that I've spent weeks making. How was Cyprus? It was good, thank you, Thomas. For those who don't know, I was away working in Cyprus for pretty much the last 3 weeks. So I just got back this morning at 3 a.m. Got some sleep. Been working non-stop on YouTube all day, though, because that's all I wanted to do as soon as I got back was work on YouTube. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Okay, Streamlabs on my computer, Streamlabs is completely broken. Okay. Right, let me just see if I can switch scenes. Okay, I can switch scenes, but it's just telling me no microphone is being picked up, but I'll assume it's working. Okay. Can I click anything? I can't show you the right, that's great. I cannot show you the graphics because Streamlabs isn't working. It's like frozen on my screen. So that's incredible. I cannot show you any of the graphics, which... Right, we're going to have to do this a different way. This is going to be really embarrassing. This is going to be such a streamer moment. Okay. The only way I'm going to be able to show you the graphics. It's going to be so weird. Right. Just bear with me here. Trust the process. Oh, wait. What the... Has it done that? Whoa, I didn't even click anything. It just... That all happened on its own. What? That's not the that's not the correct race. What is going on? Oh dear. You can tell I'm really prepared for this. Feels weird with no music in the background. It's like I don't know, silent. What I was going to show you was the news, which is this. But now I have to manually move myself each time. So for those who don't know, who only watch the YouTube stuff, I was streaming this on Twitch for a while, the past few months. But I've just had a change of heart, so I just brought it back to the old YouTube. I just felt like it. So we're back on YouTube. Today is the British Grand Prix. I'll tell you the news. News of the week. Della Rosa no better. Pedro Della Rosa's return to Formula 1 was met with praise from some critics, but the Spaniard could only manage a lowly 11th place during the race. Does he need more time to adapt? So, Della Rosa is now the McLaren's second driver. It's been a revolving door at McLaren this season. They had Fisichella to start the season. You'll remember Fisichella missed the whole of 2006 with injury. Fisichella came back, he was rubbish. Then Wirtz jumped in for a few races. Wirtz was equally as bad. So now it's Della Rosa's time to try and keep up with Alonso. That's where I've been. You thought I was dead. I am alive. Promise you I am alive. We've got lots of fun content coming up. Don't you worry. Including F1 Challenge. And because I'm stubborn and I want to finish every single series I started, I know nobody watches it, but that AMS2 1978 F1 season that I'm doing, I am going to finish that. Whether anybody likes it or not. You still don't understand why you're not giving the McLaren seat to Michael. It would, in my opinion, Cody, it would make no sense whatsoever. It would make absolutely no sense. Why would Michael Schumacher, after retiring from Ferrari, jump back into McLaren the following year to partner Fernando Alonso? That doesn't make sense to me. Raikkonen is Mr. Consistent. The driver who has been named the Iceman for his cool nature and ability under pressure has now become Mr. Consistent due to his fantastic start this year. The Finn has finished either first or second in every race he has completed. You can probably guess he is the championship leader. Am I sure that I'm alive? I am certain he was forced there. I just don't see it, Schumacher driving on the grid again. I think he's had his time in the sun and he's going to enjoy retirement. In my opinion, it just would not make sense bringing him back. Coulthard calls out early. See, I made this weeks ago. I do not remember this. David Coulthard had strong words to say about James Early after his dangerous rejoin in France. I don't remember this at all. What happened in France? I don't know. DC had this to say. He's blind that word. Has no clue how to race wheel to wheel. Nobody else makes mistakes like him. Why is Coulthard attacking me? This is hilarious because I wrote this weeks ago, so I don't remember it. So it sounds like David Coulthard is actually attacking me, but really I just made it up myself. Oh, I rejoined onto the racing line after it was the final chicane, wasn't it? David Coulthard attacking me. I hate that guy. Dennis lambasts Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton made a mistake akin to Early's mistake entering the pits at the French Grand Prix. Hamilton made heavy contact with the wall and retired. Ron Dennis claims that moments like this is why he didn't replace Wirtz with Hamilton. That's quite funny. So Ron Dennis taking it out on Hamilton, who's driving for Williams, if you didn't know. When boxing against DC, we'll do it for charity match, 12 rounds against David Coulthard in a boxing ring. I'd never be able to knock him out just because of his jawline. I'd hurt my hands. Don't think that's a good idea. Okay. Now I have to manually switch to the entry list. Entry list for today's Grand Prix, for those who are not up to date with what is going on. Raikkonen and Trulli, teammates at Ferrari. I'm, of course, at BMW Sauber with Kubica, Kobayashi and Rosberg at Toyota. The more I see this, the more cursed it looks because it's changed so many times over the years. Heidfeld and Piquet Jr. at Renault. Piquet Jr. I don't think is going to be around for too much longer. Alonso and Della Rosa at McLaren. Button Barrichello at Honda. That is just like real life. Ralf Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton at Williams. Coulthard and Webber at Red Bull. That is another real life lineup. Speed and Vettel at Toro Rosso. Were they teammates in real life at some point? I feel like they weren't. Davidson and Sato, that is a real lineup. And Albers and Suttle is, of course, a real lineup as well. But most of the teams there have different lineups to what they did in real life. Hello, Parvisian. Hello, everybody, by the way. If I'm missing any messages, I do apologise. But nice to see everybody here. It's good to be back. It is good to be back. I am buying a new racing wheel next week. But I am tempted just to get another G29. Oh, everything's frozen on my computer again. Fantastic. See, I bought this new computer thinking it'd be good. And it's rubbish. Rubbish. 143 race starts, 30 victories. Some may say James Early really is the go-to Formula 1 in the 2000s. I have 2 World Championships with 2 separate teams as well. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Good record. Very good record. Championship standings heading into round 9 of the season look like this. There we go. Kimi Raikkonen leads the way. Like I said, he's finished first or second in every race he has finished this season. He's been Mr. Consistent and leads Fernando Alonso by 7 points. James Early in third place. We're not in a championship fight. We're just trying to consistently get good results and hopefully finish third in the championship. If we could finish ahead of the Ferrari of Jarno Trulli, I'd call that a success. Because really we're gearing up to 2008 which will be the final season of this career mode, where we can hopefully go for a third world championship. Hopefully. Elliot, it's funny you mentioned Snoz. I was just watching a Instagram reel. It was a random Instagram reel about Americans on the underground in London making fun of the names of the station. And one of the names of the station, not a real one in real life, but the mocking American said, Snozcumber Hill. What? Snozcumber? Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Lewis Hamilton, 8th place in a Williams. He's done pretty well so far this year. Mark Webber's done fine. 5th place for Mark Webber this year. Wow. He's good. Mark Webber, future world champion. Teams Championship, Ferrari lead the way. If you'll remember the first race of the season, Ferrari were last after the first race. They both retired on the first lap of Australia. And what a great comeback it's been from that team, especially Kimi Räikkönen, who leads the championship with 54 points. But Jarno Trulli not doing too bad himself with 31 points. Sauber, that's my team in 2nd place. McLaren fighting with one hand behind their back because Fernando Alonso is good and his teammates are rubbish. And the only team yet to score points is Super Aguri, which is unfortunate. Unfortunate, yeah. I'll call it that. Okay. Hopefully, my computer will allow me to actually play the game. Oh. Yes. You're going to ever do an early 90s career. I'm thinking, when this F1 Challenge Series finishes, if I do start another career mode on something, I might go for Grand Prix 4 and give that a go. And if I do, I might start with a mod in the early 90s. Just an idea. I don't know if I'll go through with that idea or not. We'll see. Okay, let's load in to the session. Everything is set up correctly.
Located just a few kilometers.
Oh, I've heard this so much today. I can't stand this. Silly little intro.
With an enthralling selection of slow, medium, and high-speed turns.
People underrate Kubica. I rate Kubica. Well, I used to rate Kubica. Of course, after his injury, nowhere near the same driver. When will the season-ending Streamline race be, David? That'll be on Friday. I was recording the action from the race between the AI on this afternoon for Streamline. It's quite exciting. There's a lot of excitement in that final race. Early is back in F1 Challenge. Yes, he is. Back here. Back again. Gary Brabham's in the chat. Thank you very much for turning up, Gary. How's prison treating you? After 2007, he's still so good. Yeah. It was just the rally crash that really derailed his career, which is a shame. It is a shame. It's a story of what could have been for Robert Kubica. For those who don't know, we switched to a 30-minute qualifying session. It sort of encourages a mixture on the grid rather than everybody being 2x2x2, which you often see on F1 Challenge. Have you guys seen Perez has been given a 2-year contract extension at Red Bull? That's real life Formula 1, not any of my series. What do we all think about that? Personally, I would have rather seen another driver go into that second Red Bull seat just to mix it up. I want Verstappen to be challenged by a teammate. It makes sense for Red Bull, of course it does. But from just a viewer point of view, I would have liked to see a different driver in the seat. Yeah. I just want to see people challenge the best, you know. I want Verstappen to go up against the best in the same team. Every day James is streaming is a good day. Today's a good day, Massa. Today is a good day. Okay, we have had a little issue though. Like I said, I'm getting a new wheel next week. My pedals continue to break even more. I am back to using the actual throttle pedal for throttle, which seems absolutely fine now. The clutch pedal is now broken, but the brake pedal still works. It's just kind of uncomfortable to press the brake. But apart from that, we're all good to go. Dominic, I was just thinking the past few weeks, I wanted to move back over to YouTube streaming. So that is what I'm doing. I'm still going to stream on Twitch, but it won't be the YouTube series stuff. Basically, the way I push content onto the channel is going to be slightly different. But you'll kind of learn that over the next few weeks. Thank you, main. You too. No, Cam, please, no. Please subscribe to the Twitch. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch after this stream. You know? I'm still going to stream on Twitch. Yeah, but I had a good holiday. Unfortunately, it was not a holiday. I was working. I went away for work. I'll be racing up. We are going to race. We'll get out on track now. Home Grand Prix for me, of course. So I need to perform. I think I've won my Home Grand Prix twice in this career mode. Think. Hello, rats. The world is terrible again. You missed me. Come on. I did miss Indy, yes. I missed quite a lot of racing past few weeks. What am I twitching later? I'm going to be playing Gran Turismo 3 on Twitch later. Albert's pole. Now, it took me a while to set up the correct difficulty for this race. Because I've been away for a while and I don't know what my true potential is. So we'll see how it goes. Hello, David. Welcome. F124 Sergeant career. I have not bought F124. I do not own it. Wait, I remember how to pronounce your name. Laduva, right? Yeah. Where have I been? I've been away for work. But I'm back now. So. I've also forgotten how to read the chat whilst driving at the same time. So I do apologise in advance if I miss anybody's messages. Hello, Tom. You had no idea I was streaming on Twitch. I was streaming quite a lot on Twitch. You're going to get F124 starting June 27th. I've not been blown away by what I've seen of F124. And I wouldn't have any plans on making any content for it. So for me, it's not a worthwhile purchase. Maybe when it goes on sale, I'll buy it and I'll play it. But right now, I don't feel the need to go get it. Is the new F124 good? I've heard it's not good. But that there's a future update which will make it better. Where do I work? I work all around everywhere. I'm a football cameraman, so I go wherever the football is. HWSC, I'm good, thank you very much. Right, let's get this first lap on the board. Raikkonen a pole time of a 21.5. We're expecting pole time to be into the 20s. I do not have much hope for myself, at least in qualifying. Maybe the race will be better. But we'll just build up the laps. Am I still scared of ladders? No, I'm over that fear now. Although I've not been up any ladders lately. This corner here, I was spinning a lot during practice. Just the instability of the car when it's at low speed. It's been an issue all season long, especially on low fuel. Higher fuel, it seems to be a bit more stable. Yeah, that was a rubbish corner. You've been going up and down the ladder all day long. It's an interesting kink.
You're down at the second sector.
I feel one single football, yes. I follow the football. Just the football. First lap on the board. It's not good. It's not good. It's 1.3 seconds off Raikkonen's provisional pole time. But like I said, it's about building up confidence in the car. Alonso now to the front.
Alonso has just taken pole position.
What's everybody been up to in the past few weeks? Any big news?
You're down at the first sector.
Any weddings? Anybody married? Any... I don't know. Any big events? Exams going well. Oh, gosh. Exams. You must be close to the end of the exam, surely. Hello, Adrian, by the way. Right, we're up by 6/10 on this lap. The confidence is rising. Confidence in the car, confidence in the driver. And up towards the line. This might be into the 121s. No, it's 22-1. But we're within a second of Alonso. That's good. That's a good time. A good banker for now. You've driven a 4:55 on the Nordschleife. That's fast. I assume not in real life. You got to say the BMW cars were pretty beautiful. Yes, they were. I prefer BMW Sauber compared to BMW Williams. In terms of livery, I'm talking about. I don't know. I know they were pretty much similar, you know, both the same sort of colour scheme. But I think the BMW Saubers just looked better. Like, Williams BMW still looked nice. Maybe it was the shape of the car. You know, the 06 to 09 BMW Saubers, just, they looked really good. You like the 03 Williams specifically? I'm biased because I won the championship in 2002, so I'll say the 2002 Williams. Hi, Benjamin. Welcome. Started a formation path on being an IT technician in late Feb. How is that going? 09 less. Yes, 09 less. I'd say that's mainly to do with the change of the cars. You ordered a new guitar. How many guitars do you have? You must have a lot of guitars. You're done with exam. Can't wait to come home and watch the stream. Here we go. 2003 best season ever. 7 winners in first 11 races. The regulation changes for 2003 definitely worked, didn't they? We had a great title fight that year. Changes in the point system did reward just consistency rather than race winning. As we saw Kimi Räikkönen in the championship fight, even though I'm pretty sure he only won 1 race that year. You started a GP4 career, that's your biggest news. I might be starting a GP4 career. At some point. Not sure when. Would I rather have a smooth or aggressive driving style? I'm a smooth driver rather than aggressive. Which means my ceiling on 1 lap pace is probably not as high as if I was an aggressive driver. But I just prefer being smooth with the inputs. Hello, Jan. I'm going to get out there and just do another couple laps right now. We're a 10th ahead of Hamilton in the Williams. I feel like they're going to get quicker. Let's simulate a few minutes. Yeah, Räikkönen into the 20s. Hamilton now ahead of me. Whoa, 20. Whoa, that is much quicker than I thought they were going to be. A 20.9, so I'm 1.2 seconds off that. Hamilton in a Williams has gone 7 tenths quicker than me. Wow, ouch. You got 7. Got 7 guitars. No problem, Adrian. See ya another time. Right, let's go again. What's the best race in this career, in my opinion? Ooh. I don't know. I've had some good races. I remember winning at the Hockenheim Ring one year and we started well down the order. Like down in about 19th place and we won.
Quarter of an hour till the end of the session.
Silverstone 01, Belgium 01. Yeah. Great memories. Both great memories. You still not got your PC back, Jaden? You did send it off to get fixed, right? Brazil 05, was that the fuel one? France 06? Hello, Jesus. Welcome to the stream. Belgium 2000. feel like I crashed there as well. Yes, I did. I remember Belgium 2000 because we had such a good run of point scoring finishes during 2000 season. And then I moved to my university accommodation, and Belgium, I think, was the first race there. And it all went wrong. Terribly wrong. Monaco 06, I just block out of my memory. James is the best F1 streamer for you, at least. That's what matters. For you. Alonso pole 20.7. That's fast. That's nowhere near the track. Cool, okay. Josh Kassar clear. Josh Kassar was streaming the other day. He even spoke to me in chat. So I was pretty happy about that. What's the year I got attacked by Jensen at Spa? That was 2001. 2001 was a weird season. We need some more of those classic F1 challenge moments, like Button driving the wrong way and taking 3 drivers out, or attempting to take 3 drivers out, or Ralph Schumacher that one time at San Marino. If we remember that moment, he took about 4 drivers out the race. Or Yamamoto's F1 debut, where it lasted 1 corner. There we go again. In fact, that was still an improved lap. I think the track conditions are improving. So 21.7. Heidfeld at Canada, yeah. It's more forgettable for some reason. Appichea special. Yeah, Marco Appichea. My original version of the Streamline series had Marco Appichea in the Streamline team. Track limits it's a suggestion back in these days. There's a good video. I don't know what year it might be 2002 at Austria A1 Ring. It was like qualifying, and every driver at turn 1 in qualifying was just going so far off the track. Where's Custom F1? In the bin. Was it 2003? Okay. Right, this has been a nice lap. Somebody's crashed. I think Sutter just crashed. We'll have a look at that in a second. Across the line we go. It is an improvement. 21.6. I'm at 8th place right now, but only just within a second of Alonso. What happened to Adrian Sutil? Where even is that Sutil? Yes. No. Yes? That's Albers. Where's Sutil? There? Who lost the wing? I'm sure it said Sutil. Oh dear. He's coming into the pits, and who's that going? Is that Sato? Nice. Why didn't I join Spiker? Didn't like the contract they offered me. If I could drive for any team I wanted throughout any year of F1, who would it be and why? If it had to just be one season, I could choose any car, any team. I might go Brawn GP. Yeah, I'd go Brawn GP. 10 minutes left in the session. We've got 2 laps left. 99 life. Didn't even know there was life in 1990. There we go. So continue past 08 then. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, Dom. This ends at the end of 08. This series. Adrian Suttle, if only he scored those points at, I think it was 2008 Monaco, when he got taken out by Raikkonen. I've got cramp in my foot. Ow. We're okay. We're okay.
10 minutes to go.
What position am I in? I am in 9th place now. If I just got a 10th improvement, it'll be 7th place. If we improve by 3 tenths, it could be a top 5. Control T to speed up time. Yeah. You're paying me a good amount. Okay, how much? How much are you talking? 92 Williams. It's a very dominant car. Do my heels ever hurt whilst racing full race? The colder it is, the more my heels hurt. Because there's less blood flow going through it. Because, of course, the colder your body is, it constricts the blood to your most vital organs rather than your limbs. But if it's nice and warm, it's okay. I don't really get that. What team am I joining in 2011? Not sure. For those who were in that Twitch stream where we started the F1 2011 career, I am starting it again. Because I'm going to stream it on YouTube. Alright, let's get out there for our final 2 races. 2 races, 2 laps. Sauber 2012 would be amazing. That's like a... not under the radar, but sort of like a dark horse team. There's potential there for podiums. You're always in the mix. Starting what again? Starting F1 2011 again. Yeah, sorry, Satan. Can James be bought? Everybody's got a price. Maybe. 1990 Lotus? Lotus passed the year of about 1988. It just... I can't even imagine. 50 quid? No. Three bites of a Freddo. A Freddo is 1 bite only. Freddos are tiny. Yes, the AI on F1 2010 is frustrating. Sometimes they're too good, sometimes they're absolutely rubbish. 100. No, I'm not doing it, Dom. I'll do it for 1,000. Here we go. 2 laps to see if we can claim a top 5 on the grid for my home Grand Prix. That was much better through those corners. We're up by 2 tenths.
You're down at the first sector.
Still down on Alonso's time. We won't be challenging for pole position, I don't think. Unless I pull out the greatest lap of all on the final lap. You have the 78 Lotus John Player Special. Very nice car. Oh, I say very nice car. I was never a fan of the John Player special liveries. Still up by 2 tenths through the first 2 sectors. 1 corner to go. Up towards the line. This might jump me up to 7th. No, still 9th. Right, this lap has to be the lap. Oh yeah, Charles Leclerc winning in Monaco was great. It was a very boring race in my opinion. Could have taken so much more speed through that corner there. I think we might be down on this first sector. Oh, we're down by 4 tenths.
You're down at the first sector.
Yeah, well that's that's ruined it. Got nothing to lose now, so let's throw it around the corners. See if we can make up the time.
Left of the session.
What mod is this? I don't know. I've forgotten. F1 Mania, I think? But I'm not using the version of Silverstone from this mod. Oh gosh. We saved 3/10 in the middle sector as the car's just refusing to turn up towards the line. Have I done enough to improve? No, we have not. A tenth slower. There was about 3/10 somewhere there. But we failed. Who the hell is that? Raikkonen speeding out the pits. Am I on Twitch? I am on Twitch. The James Early on Twitch. If you want to watch me play Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec later, after this race, make sure to follow me on Twitch, because we'll be playing that. There's a mod called True AI, which fixes some of the issues with AI in F1 2010. I thought we were using that. I should use the TKD quali setups. I don't need to, Alman, because I set up the AI according to the follow. Somebody followed on Twitch. Okay. I completely forgot it was going to make a noise when somebody followed. Did I obtain the pink Yaris RS? Well, I'm going to have to start my Gran Turismo 3 playthrough again, because my last one was on my old computer. So I have currently no cars on Gran Turismo 3. Did I know there's an F1 2010 remastered mod? Really? What? All this time I never knew.
There's only 3 minutes to go.
I'm ahead of Kubica. Wait, Adrian Sutter's just got 8th. That's the end of the session. Interesting. Fernando Alonso, pole position. By 0.2 of a second, that's quite a margin ahead of Kimi Raikkonen. The top two in the championship just reversed first and second. Third place and fourth place, the two Red Bulls, Coulthard and Webber. Webber, who's had a fantastic start to the years, 25 points in the first 8 races, and 5th in the championship, starts here in 4th place. Lewis Hamilton at his first home Grand Prix in 5th, ahead of fellow British driver Jenson Button. Rubens Barrichello, his teammate, in 7th place. Adrian Sutherland, the Spiker, in 8th place. Ralf Schumacher, the second, Williams in 9th. Then it's the two BMW Saubers, both underperforming, I'd say. 10th and 11th. It's early ahead of Kubica by just 2/100ths of a second. Pedro de la Rosa in the McLaren in 12th. Ahead of Takuma Sato in 13th. Jarno Trulli alongside him on that 7th row of the grid. Jarno Trulli all the way down in 14th place today. Davidson in 15th. Super Aguri, a fantastic qualifying session. The two Toro Rossos of Vettel and Speed in 16th and 17th place. Then it's the Spiker of Albers. Rosberg in 19th. And the two Renaults absolutely miles off the pace. 20th and 21st. Kamui Kobayashi encountering issues and not even leaving the pit lane. Well, not completing a lap, let's say. So Kobayashi starting at the back of the grid. He'll have to get special permission from the FIA to actually take to the grid. Because he did not make the 107% rule, but I'm sure he'll be allowed to do it. He's returned. Yes, Gizmo. Yes, I have. Your dog ate the burrito from your plate. Disaster. And what are you going to do about it? Who wears the pants in that house? The dog, it seems. Who's Alonso with again? McLaren. Yeah. Well, that is an interesting lineup. That starting grid could be an exciting race in prospect. We'll see. 60 laps, I believe, the race is. Oh, it's monsoon. Oh, dear. No. Right. Let's all go home. I don't know how good the AI are in the wet conditions. I don't think we've really had a monsoon race this season. This could be chaos. 30 degrees Celsius ambient temp, which is already, for the UK, blisteringly hot. Yet it's monsoon conditions. That doesn't make much sense. Okie dokie. Let's lower that. Radiator intake up. Brake duct size up. Brake pressure down. Brake bias rearwards ever so slightly. We'll go for a very basic two-stop. I don't want to overfuel the car because the conditions are going to be difficult enough without me overfueling. So I'm going to go with 20, 20, 20. Very, very easy. Very simple. Easy to remember as well. And make sure we put the monsoons on. I'm guessing everybody is on the I'm guessing they are the monsoon tyres. They must be the monsoon tyres. Interesting.
And if you no longer go for a
Follow.
you're no longer a racing driver.
Thank you for the people following on Twitch. I can't see who is following, but I just know somebody is following because I can hear the noise. Love how in F1 2010 I'm unstoppable when it rains, but horrific in F1 Challenge. That hurts my feelings. No, but in all seriousness, I am rubbish in wet weather conditions. Yes, Jasper, we are YouTube today. Actually, there wasn't monsoon tyres in 2007. That has ruined my immersion. Wet line fixture enabled, yes. No, people are on wets. They are not the monsoons. I've got more grooves in my tyres. Oh, guys, what do we do? What do we do? Do we go the wets and follow everybody else, or do we go for the monsoons and be different? I think we'll have to go with the wets. In fact, I'm going to sim forward until the pit lane almost closes and see what people switch over to. Right, let's have a look. Ooh, okay, I think we got a split there. Is that a wet? That's a... no, never mind. They're all on wets. Right, I don't want to be... Shit. The thing's gonna close. Go, drive quick. We got 12 seconds. Oh, I can't remember. There we go. Right, throttle pedal. Go. 7, 6, 5, 4. Right, we're gonna have to restart. I've been disqualified. Right, restart. How do I restart? How do you restart? How do you even restart? I've just been disqualified. How genuinely, how do you restart? You usually press Y when you're on the grid, but I can't because I'm not on the grid. Why? I do know that, Ethan, but that breaks my immersion. Well, that is fantastic. Now I'm going to have to set up the qualifying order in the GDB file. It might not be monsoon conditions. I could set the race still to monsoon. Right. Okay, this is fun. Let me go into the files. That's never happened before. I've never experienced that before. That's a new one for me. Right. What was the starting grid? Alonso, Raikkonen, Coulthard, Webber. I have to write it down. Kimi, Raikkonen, David, Coulthard, Mark Webber. Then it was Lewis Hamilton. Then it was Button, Barrichello, Suttle. What's going on? And we've got Ralph Schumacher, James Early, Robert Kubica. Alright, I'm doing this as quick as possible. Winkelhock first, Merry second, Lotter third. Yep. Me, your mum. It's not. This is not the time for a yo mama joke. De La Rosa, Sato, Yano, Trulli. Pedro, De La Rosa, Takuma, Sato, Yano, Trulli. We got Anthony Davidson, Sebastian Vettel, Scott Speed. Christine Albers, Nico Rosberg, Nick Heidfeld. Right, this should work. Nelson Piquet Jr., Kamui Kobayashi. I just have to put equal sign on the end of everybody's name. Question for you all in the chat. Yes or no? Do I set it to monsoon conditions, or do I just leave it as random like it usually is? Yes to stick with monsoon, no to randomize the weather. Yes. Okay, monsoon it is. Cool. Nice. Great. All right, let me restart the game, and then we'll be ready to go. Theoretically, that is done. Do I know who Zhou is? Never heard of him. Leave it at as random and restart until we get monsoons again. Then we'd have to hear the narrator say, Silverstone circuit located something outside of Northampton, blah, 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 blah. Joe Mama. It's not funny. I could turn that off. I know I can. And yet I don't. It's like I hate myself. Have I had the dragon? Oh, what's the dragon? Just setting you up for it. Right, you guys want monsoon. We got a monsoon. This is going to be horrendous, by the way.
Located just a few kilometers outside.
Do I know who won't drive for Alpine next year?
Ocon circuit combines two fast.
Is there snow in this game? I'm sure somebody's modded it in.
Medium and high speed turns. Surrounded by
Esteban Ocon, these nuts. It's not funny. Hooray! Look, I set it all up correctly. I'm starting in 10th place. They're on monsoon tyres now. This is a bad choice. Monsoon. Okay, let's do it all again. Set it all up again. I might just skip to the starting grid instead of watching everybody crash going to the grid. Pretty embarrassing watching them all just fail to drive around the track. Monsoons, radiator intake up. RPM down. Brake duct size. Brake pressure. Brake bias. Happy days. Yes, I got the setup on. It's already current setup quali. MLB player got banned for life for betting on MLB whilst injured. You get that quite a bit in sport. People getting banned for betting. Here we go.
Hello there.
I didn't say the line. Well, there's only one more thing to do, and that's go racing. The 2007 British Grand Prix is next.
Great Britain.
Usually, I'm supposed to do that whilst the grid girl's in front of me. And then the people on TikTok start commenting funny things about it.
No grip and awful visibility. More like weather for Formula 1 speedboats than Formula 1 cars.
Oh,
It's
Formula 1
very
speedboats. That's so funny. Hello, Sampas. Just in time.
Alonso first. Kimi Raikkonen second.
Ethan, I've already had dinner.
Coulthard third. Mark Webber, 4th. Hamilton, 5th. Button, 6th. Barrichello, 7th. Sutil, 8th.
Sutil.
Schumacher, 9th.
Subtle 8th in the dry.
Sauber driver.
That's incredible.
endured a lackluster qualifying session and faces a tough start in the midst of the
Am I streaming on
chasing
Twitch?
pack.
Not
He
right now, I'm
starts
not.
10th.
But I will do after this race.
Kubica couldn't quite match the pace of his teammate. He starts 11th. De La Rosa, 12th. Takuma Sato, 13th. Trulli,
Did somebody at
14th.
Super Gary die? Why did they have a black
Anthony
nose cone?
Davidson, 15th.
The livery's just broken.
16th.
Scott Speed.
17th.
Jeffrey, I'm
Alvarez,
streaming Gran Turismo
18th.
3.
Rosberg, 19th. Nick Heidfeld, 20th. 21st.
The Renaults are in the mud, big time.
22nd.
Don't know what's happened to Renault, but they're rubbish. Right, 60 laps of absolute pain and carnage lie in front of us. Let's get this race underway. The lights are on. 3, 4, and 5. The British Grand Prix is underway. The lights were held for a very long time. It's a short run to the first corner copse. Now, I've had a half-decent start. Cannot see a thing. Oh, yeah, right. Takuma Sato, the potato, already out of the race and people lifting in a straight line. Somebody's lost the front wing. We'll have to take a look at replays in a moment. I just don't want to crash into anybody here. So take it nice and easy. There's a Honda going sideways up ahead. But they're still in the race. To the back straight we go. Albers has crashed. Let's see the carnage at the start there. Trulli's lost the front wing. How's he done that? Is that Sato missing a rear wing? Alba's missing a rear wing. Well, brilliant. You can't see it. How are we supposed to watch? Somebody's already crashed. Who's crashed there? Is that Jarno Trulli? Jarno Trulli crashes into the back of Sato. That's how Sato loses his rear wing. And then further back, Christian Albers is going to get involved in something. I'm trying to get a good view so you can actually see his car. Everything's fine. Is it the car behind him? Ah! He gets mounted by a Toyota. Which is never a good thing. So he's out the races. That's already 2 retirements. Wait, so... David Coulthard's leading the... What? David Coulthard's in the lead of the race. Oh, everybody went off the track. And David Coulthard leads. 3-time world champion David Coulthard into the lead here. And Mark Webber's up to 3rd. What a start for Red Bull. Great start. Okay, let's go back to racing then. So I'm in... Suttle's gained place as well. I'm in 10th. This race is going to be impossible. There's no way I'll reach the finish line because we can't see anything in the spray. Do you guys remember that time I created a red flag when the spray was that bad at Monza? Up the inside of Schumacher we go into the tight left-hander. Nice move. That's 9th place. Maybe to the inside of Barrichello. That can move me up into the points if I can get the power down. We can. Got to be careful here not to outbrake myself. I'll switch to the inside. Under braking we go. We're up into the points. Good start. Hello, Chris. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah. My last live stream, I think, on YouTube was maybe the beginning of February. Now, I'll try not to throw a red flag. We'll just deal with the conditions. We've got a spiker in front of it. Who is that off the track? There's a Honda off the track there. See if we can get past the very slow Suttil on the run across the start-finish line. On to lap 2 we go. Into Copse. I've kind of pushed Suttil off there, but we've taken the place. And Jenson Button, he's all over the place in the opening stages of this Grand Prix. Can't see a thing in that spray there, so we've got to be so careful. And there's a McLaren off. That's got to be Alonso. Alonso off the track. Button overtakes him. And where is Fernando? The Spaniard is behind the mist of whatever's in front of me. Into Stowe we go. To the inside of the McLaren. And it's another move. Although he's fighting back. I've left him the space on the outside. And I think we're still side by side. Under braking we go. I've got that position. Up to 6th place. A great start here. A box to slicks would make things interesting. The only interest I'd have on slicks is interest in the barrier. Heavy interest in the barrier. What I'm trying to say is I crash. Promptly. I can't help myself. I think Button's going side by side with whoever's in front of him ahead. I just can't see. Oh, it's the 2 Red Bulls. Hang about. Is there a Red Bull missing a front wing? I think Coulthard's... He's got an issue, surely. Maybe around the outside here of Jensen. And Coulthard has definitely got an issue. Definitely. Try and move past if we can. Oh my gosh! Right, stay out of the spray. This is so dangerous. I can't see a thing. Benjamin, thank you very much. Benjamin, gifting 5 memberships to the channel. I'll have to pause because that's very kind of you. There's no noise in the it just says new member. I'm sorry, there's no like cool noise when it flashes up on screen, but thank you very much. Ethan, Daniel, Jaden, Cheverion, and Jan have been gifted a membership by Benjamin. It's very kind. Welcome to the James Early, what's it called? The pit crew? Gelson, what did you say? You said something about calling me James Allen. I'll take that as a compliment. But thank you, guys, for the support. I don't know why Coulthard's that slow. He took the lead and now he's already down to 5th place. Hamilton's in 2nd. Raikkonen leads. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Coulthard's on the wet tyres. And so is his teammate? Or is that just... No, he's not, is that? That's just the Michelin tyres. Or the Bridgestones. Or whatever they are. No, that's not... Okay, back to it. Where am I on the track? Is this Cops? No, this is Maggotts and Beckett's, yeah? Okay. Gotta be careful. We've been streaming for an hour and I'm only on lap 3. I think these Red Bulls should be easy pickings. They had the launch at the start, but maybe they're not firing up the tyres as well as some of the other cars. Coulthard, a fall from grace. He jumped up to 1st place on lap 1, and then he's now about to be relegated down to 6th once I'm done with him. DC, who's called me out in the media to say I can't race other cars and I make too many mistakes, has just been passed by me. So have at it, Coulthard. Have a bit of that. 5th place now. We've already climbed 5 places in the first 3 laps. It's a wet weather masterclass right now. No, not you, DC. I'm talking about David Coulthard. Oh, steering got real light there under braking, and Mark Webber looking to defend as we shoot round the outside of this right-hander, which I've forgotten the name of. Still side by side though. I think I've got the run out the corner. Still side by side, and we've just pulled ahead of the Red Bull. That's 4th. What a start to this race.
Running 3rd. It's right in front of you. You're running 4th.
Luffield, that's the one. What's the great problem in car F1 2007 mod in this game? You're going to have to rephrase that question. Not much in terms of grip right now. It's going to be a long old race. But I do think we've got the pace, definitely for a podium. Loads of drivers out of position during qualifying, so it's made my life easier in that regard. Jenson Button, who famously in real life never scored a podium at the British Grand Prix. No, round we go. That's our first mistake. Felipe Massa 2008 style. Round we go, and I'm going to lose quite a few positions here, aren't I? I have to be careful rejoining. I don't want to rejoin on the racing line. Yeah, that's incredible. Down to 12th place. All that work for that to just come undone. Oh. Della Rosa's ahead of me. We've reached a new low.
Kimi Räikkönen has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
I feel the story of the day will be overtaking loads of cars, spinning, overtaking loads of cars, spinning. Just repeating the process. We have a nice run here, starting lap 5. To the inside of Della Rosa, who's looking to defend. We'll shoot the car up the inside, but the McLaren is not making it easy for me. He holds on to that place. Bet the crowd's loving this wet weather. They'll be used to it. Does the game work with CSLDD? Apparently people have got it to work. I don't think it's a very simple thing to set up. As up the inside we go of Della Rosa, that's another move. But I know people with Fanatec gear who have played this game and have got it to work fine. Button 2006 Australian Grand Prix. That was the engine failure going across the line, wasn't it? Or before the line. Is that the spiker holding everybody up? Yes, it is. Adrian Suttle. You watch me live on TV. You're about to watch James Early overtake his teammate round the outside. Never mind. Not quite round the outside. But the switchback. Yeah. Forced him into a little early break. And no, never mind. He's taking the position back. And there's Alonso off the track. Alonso losing more positions. And I'm still battling my teammate Kubica with the fast Maggots Beckett's Chapel comp. Is it Chapel? Maggots Beckett's Chapel? Oh, Benjamin, thank you very much. Not only have you... Wow, okay, 10 months. Incredible. That is... trying to think of something funny to say. I've got nothing. I appreciate it though, thank you. Alonso just sent me up the inside into Stowe. Fair play. Fair play from Fernando. And we're going to send it back up the inside into the following left-hander to regain that 10th place. So McLaren, both of them outside the top 10 right now. 11th and 12th. Switch to the inside for this corner up the inside of Kubica. I feel we can just overtake everybody when I choose to do so. We've got the pace to do this. Am I in the frame for the Alpine driving seat? No. Even if Alpine wanted me, I'd say no. I'm sorry, I'm not driving for Alpine. Sending it around the outside of Ralf Schumacher in the Williams. That'll be me into the points. It's the Honda of Barrichello looking pretty slow on the exit, the final corner. And Coulthard is behind the spike. Did the spiker of Suttle actually overtake David Coulthard? Coulthard was leading the race after the first lap. This is all fun overtaking everybody, but I know at some point in this race it can go horribly wrong. You know, if I miss my braking point or I just can't see a car because of the spray, it can all go very wrong very quickly. I've not flew to Oslo in the past 4 months. Coulthard looking pretty slow. This could be another move up the inside. Where we overtook Alonso on the previous lap, we're going to do the same to DC. Almost losing the back end, turning into the corner. That's 6th place. Sutton next up, and I believe there's a big gap in front of him. Move to the outside of the spiker. This is where we spun on lap 4. Hopefully no such issue here as we go around the outside and up into 5th. Webber in 4th place, 4 seconds ahead. What team do I think King Charles would support? What sort of question is that? I don't think the track is actually easing up because we got it set to monsoon. I think it would just be monsoon the whole race. Interesting to see though, the AI aren't very fast in the wet. I'm not sure if the spray is any less. I think it's the same. We're just not close enough to Webber to really see the effect. We've closed the 4-second gap in a single lap. Wow. We are so quick. Oh, you meant less cars nearby, so less spray. Yes. Raikkonen is still setting fastest laps though, so maybe I'm not the quickest. We're close to it. Up the inside of Webber we go. This will be for 4th place. No! Save it! Save that! Save that! Don't spin! Still spun. Brilliant. That's the 2nd spin of the day in 8 laps. Oh dear.
Webber is running 4th, about 3 seconds ahead.
There really is no way of catching a spin on this game. It just spins and there's nothing you can do about it. You can go opposite lock, you can slam the brakes, you can do anything. It won't stop it from spinning. Once the car goes, it goes. Not enough lock. I was full opposite lock, I think. Maybe I wasn't. Now I'm off the track. What am I doing? Got to get my head in the game. Oh. As the fuel burns off, the car gets more difficult. Turn more at Eau Rouge. That's a funny clip.
Raikkonen has just put up the fastest lap of the race.
Raikkonen still setting fastest laps. There's a 16-second gap ahead of Webber to Button, who's in 3rd. Oh, come on. Got to be so careful. Maybe just avoiding 1st gear. Moving past Mark Webber. It's a 20-second gap to Button now. Webber is lapping 4 seconds a lap slower than Button. That's interesting. So up to 4th place. And that's the fastest lap of the race. That's interesting. That does surprise me. Because I don't feel like we're going 110%. You've never used 1st gear in an F1 car outside of Monaco. On F1 Challenge I use 1st gear a lot. Especially if the car only has 6 gears. Come on, turn. full throttle and full brake will catch a spin. Really? Full throttle? Each and every lap into that corner, the back end just wants to step out. Keep it in second here. Closed by almost a second to Button on that lap.
Is running third, about 20 seconds ahead. You're running fourth.
Feel like it's spread out a lot.
Fastest lap of the race.
Let's have a look at a full race update whilst we're here. Raikkonen he's miles ahead. He's 8 seconds clear of Hamilton, who's impressively in second place, and 2 Brits on the podium right now, with Button in third, and a third Brit in the top 4 early. Mark Webber, though, breaks that streak. He's in 5th, ahead of Barrichello, who's off the track. Kubica, my teammate, is 7th. Suttle still in the points in 8th place. Ralf Schumacher, Alonso only 10th. Ahead of Rosberg. Coulthard down to 12th. Reminder, he took the lead on the first lap. He's completely bottled it and is now down in 12th place. De La Rosa, 13th. And it's Heidfeld, who started near the back. He's made good progress so far. 15th for Vettel. And it's Kobayashi, who started last. He's gained 6 places since he started this race. Davidson, Piquet Jr., Trulli, 19th place after replacing his front wing on the opening lap of the race. Speed in 20th. Albers and Takuma Sato, whatever you want to call him, out. They had a lot of fuel on board. Oh no, that's not their fuel. Raikkonen's basically on the same strategy as me. He's got 9 laps of fuel left. Same with Hamilton pretty much. Button is slightly less fuel. I've got 12 laps apparently. Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed Perez got that contract extension. Would have liked to see another driver alongside Verstappen. I don't know who they would have hired if it wasn't Perez. I don't know who they could hire that might give Verstappen a tougher time. All the great drivers are already signed up to other teams, aren't they? Kubica, yeah, bring Kubica back. He'll wipe the floor with a Verstappen. I would have liked to see Tsunoda promote. I think Tsunoda's had a fantastic season so far. I've also seen some people disagree and say that he's very overrated, which I don't see. I think he's just done fantastic. Especially in the past 5 or 6 races. And I think he deserves a chance at a higher up team. I don't think he'd challenge Verstappen for a championship. I think maybe he'd perform similar to Perez right now. Maybe slightly better. We saved that one.
Button is running third, about 20 seconds ahead. You're running fourth.
That's just not the track. Not the track at all. Nowhere near it. Oh yeah, Hakkinen coming out of his sabbatical once and for all. Has Hakkinen done any other sort of racing since his time in Formula 1? I know he's done like Race of Champions, I think, a few times. But has he raced in any other sort of organised racing series? He did DTM. Was he successful? Oh dear. You want to see more crossover between GT and Formula drivers? I just think you're never going to see much crossover whilst F1 only has 10 teams. I know it doesn't sound much, you know, the difference between maybe 20 drivers and 24 or 26 drivers. But I think it makes a big difference on the driver market. Just those extra seats available.
Button is running third, about 20 seconds ahead. You're running fourth.
So we're 34 seconds behind race leader Raikkonen. I think he's got this race in the bag. How's my confidence out of 10? In these conditions, I'd give it an 8 right now. Feel pretty quick. I started the Appliance Racing Series yet. That idea died. I don't think I'm going to do that. Who the hell is this? Speed. Apparently not. First F1 maybe one day. I think Speed might have an issue. Don't know why else he'd be going that slow. Carolines, hello, nice to see you. Honda ready in the pits. That'll be for Jensen Button. Might be quite close between me and Button on the exit of the pits. He'll be heavy on fuel though. What is this thing about Teo Porcher and is it Canapino? Well, I saw something about it on Twitter, but I didn't really understand what was going on. I have a new wheel. I don't yet, Carolines. Next week. I'm waiting for payday, which is 10th of June for me.
Spiker, already in the pits. Button is running third.
The only
It's right in front of you.
Canapino fan I know of is that
You're running
that guy in the Discord. Santino. What have I picked for a new wheel? I am most likely just going to get another Logitech G29. I don't need a fancy wheel. Confirmation, Button after his pit stop is 6 seconds behind me. So we're up to third place. 22 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton. As that is Nelson Piquet Jr. Chances are that's Piquet Jr.'s final race. He's done so bad. Renault might just bring in Heikki Kovalainen. Rain early boshed. The opposite actually. Early's doing pretty well today. I did want a Formula wheel, and I was thinking maybe... See, I don't want to spend £1,000 on like Fanatec or Moser or something. That's my issue. I don't want to spend that much because at the end of the day, it'll be nice to have a Formula style wheel. I don't need one. A Logitech G29 I know will last me 4 or 5 years and will be my cheapest sort of... Oh, brilliant. Okay, round we go. That's the third spin of the day.
Williams, already in the pits.
Thrustmaster still though. If I got a Thrustmaster base with a F1 wheel and I need the pedals as well, that's still over double the price of Logitech G29.
Lewis Hamilton is running second.
It'll be about £550 compared to a G29 which is 200. I'm not going to get a Logitech mod. Maybe I will get a Thrustmaster base and get the 2011 Ferrari wheel. You don't see a point in a Formula wheel, it's less versatile. I only ever race Formula cars, so it makes sense for me. Yeah, hopefully the pedals are good. These ones have seen better days. At least 3 of the buttons on this steering wheel don't even work anymore. I've had this wheel since 2017, so it's been 7 years. So it is about time I get a new one. Only 15 laps in. That is a quarter race distance.
Honda, already in the pits.
Honda already in the pits for Barrichello? I doubt Button's pitting again.
Lewis Hamilton is running second, about 25 seconds ahead. You're running third. Renault, already in the pits.
Who's can about 8? That's a deep question. Philosophical. Hello, Aussie Grack. How you doing? Nice to see you. I do like the idea of having a wheelbase and getting different steering wheels based on what car you're driving. But you've got to be rich, or at least spend a lot of money on sim racing to be able to do that. It looks cool. You know, having a shelf in the background with loads of different wheels. I'll have a massive NASCAR style one. I'd have a Formula style one. I'd have a GT style one. Maybe a rally wheel. Coulthard, Big Trouble. Big Trouble, Coulthard. Yeah, he's down in... Well, he's way down the order, isn't he? I think we're about to lap Jarno Trulli. A truck wheel, yeah, exactly. That as well. A motorcycle wheel. Yeah, sure.
Lewis Hamilton is running second, about 25 seconds ahead.
Who's can about 9? Oh, now you're talking. You're driving Hockenheim season 1999. That's the old Hockenheim. I prefer the old Hockenheim to the new one. Jarno. Out of the way. Very funny, Ethan. Have you finished watching Streamline? Are you caught up to it? Oh, who can about 10? Yeah, don't get me started either. But you hate the old Hockenheim. Why? How do you time out? I don't know how to do it. I don't think you can time out on YouTube. It's boring and too long. Your opinion is invalid. I don't think the old Hockenheim is boring. I quite enjoy it. If you think the old Hockenheim is boring, then you think Le Mans is boring. Which means your opinion does not mean anything. Because the Mulsanne straight is just like the straights on Hockenheim, the old Hockenheim. You just drive, chicane. Drive, chicane.
25 seconds ahead. You're running third.
I love the chicanes at the old Hockenheim. It's a straight and then a fun chicane. A straight and a really fun chicane over and over again. And then you got the stadium section, which is a good section of track. We're now lapping Kobayashi. Oh, you have timed him out. Oh dear. Predictions, everybody, for the Canadian Grand Prix this weekend in real life Formula 1. What's your top 3? Do we think Red Bull will be favourites? Does it suit Red Bull, the track? Raikkonen into the pits then. Okay. We can extend this first stint. Might only lose a place to Button after the pits. Potentially, yes. Lewis Hamilton on his first home race driving for Williams, leads the British Grand Prix. The crowd do indeed go wild. Although, I'm not happy because I was the home favourite for many years, so I don't want to see Lewis Hamilton become the home favourite. This is my place.
Raikkonen is running second, about 10 seconds ahead. You're running third.
I'm gonna put an out there prediction. I think Mercedes will get a podium, purely because they've not got a podium this season so far, and I know they don't really have the pace for it. But I just feel like they got to get a podium at some point. Why not the Canadian Grand Prix? For some reason, you think being timed out has got you unreasonably angry. It's the stress from all the exams. It got you feeling some type of way. It's inevitable once I've retired. I haven't retired yet. I'm still the main man. I'm a 2-time world champion.
Already in the pits.
After the European Grand Prix at Donington Park. You know what? Maybe for 2008 I'll do that. If there's a good mod for it. Sergeant Gasly Ocon. Yeah, that's nice and realistic. In this life, how old am I? I'm not actually that old. I should have made my driver older when starting. We're only
The race leader is entering the pits now.
27, I think. But I should have made my driver about 24 when making his debut. That way I would have at least been in my 30s by this point.
Kimi Raikkonen has moved into the lead.
Raikkonen back into the lead. Hamilton into the pits. I think he's still in the pits, but he might move up into second.
Is running second, less than 3 seconds ahead.
He's just rejoining now. Where is he? I can hear his car. He's behind me. We're up into second place. This might be the highest we run today. Still got a few laps of fuel on board. The straight in Le Mans is called... I'm not even going to try and say that. DC is a 3-time world champion. He is, yeah. We don't care about DC though. Nobody likes David Coulthard. You go to Jaguar, replace Herbert? Yeah. Yeah. Who's Herbert's teammate? Is it Irvine? In 2000. I think it is. What's my favourite Monaco Grand Prix and British Grand Prix? I will go with my favourite
Pit crew ready.
British Grand Prix, at least recent times, will be the... I think it was the 2022 one. Just fun. It's just a fun race. We're not pitting this lap, by the way. My favourite Monaco Grand Prix...
Raikkonen is running first, about 5 seconds ahead.
2008 was pretty cool.
Running second.
Out of the ones I've watched live. '96, just for the chaos. And Olivier Panis winning. '2004 Monaco Grand Prix. Yeah, Jarno Trulli. Jarno Trulli dub. Right, we're going straight off.
Barrichello has smoke coming from his engine.
Oh no, Barrichello! Is there any Rubens Barrichello fans in the chat? Expensive sim rigs also come with a TM at Marduk hairline reduction. Oh dear, okay.
Rubens
Yeah.
Barrichello
Keep it under
now
budget.
he's blown the engine.
You know, I mean, I will most likely go bald one day. But whilst I've got hair, I can make fun of people who have less hair than me. But wouldn't it be quite a powerful tool to know that if you say you overspend your budget, you will lose hair? If people were threatened with that, I think they'd...
Your front left tyre is beginning to blister.
Okay. They'd manage their finances better.
Raikkonen is running first, about 5 seconds ahead.
Monaco 92. That's good. Well, at least the ending part was good. You're in a lazy fan, so you don't care. That's interesting. You know when people say they're like in a lazy fan or a Frentzen fan's quite popular? They're never a fan of a current driver. If you had to be a fan of one driver, which driver are you a fan of?
Schumacher has lost his front
Oh
wing.
dear, Ralph Schumacher's crashed. I've almost hit the back of a Toro Rosso. Oh no, oh dear. Keep it together. I want to see the replay of Ralph losing it. Where is he? Oh dear. That's a wall. Kovalainen, Hulkenberg. Okay, yeah. Hey Jim boy, how are you, my king? I'm good. I'm good. Hello BRM. Yeah, we're back streaming here. Gruillard. That's a very interesting choice. Let's see what happened to Ralph. Oh, okay. I think he just wiped out PK Jr. He thought, screw this guy. Just tries to wipe him out. Spins. He could turn left. No, he turns right. Nice. That's a good choice. Then he turns left. I think he'll be okay. I think he will find reverse gear eventually. Yes, he's reversing. Ooh, okay, this is an ongoing thing. So we'll come back to that in a few seconds' time to see how that plays out. So Kubica's 5th right now. I've still got 3 laps of fuel, so I can go a bit further into this race. I'm in 2nd place right now. Oh yeah, Rubens Barrichello has retired. I assume... Well, we can't see the replay now, can we? But yeah, he's out. Right, back to me. Oh dear. I don't have hope that this happens, but Raikkonen is approaching where Ralf Schumacher is. Is Ralf Schumacher going to do something stupid and turn back onto the track? We'll see. What happened so far? Not much. We've spun a few times and we've been climbing up the grid and we're about to make our first pit stop. Can't see anything. No, Ralf Schumacher's still there. He's not found... He has found reverse gear. He's just kind of given up. Oh, dear. Oh, brilliant. Am I out the race?
Hamilton has lost his front wing.
Oh, am I okay? Am I okay? That was just brain fade from me. I turned straight across his wing, thinking he would move out the way. I don't know why I did that. That's really stupid. I've just taken out Hamilton. I've destroyed his race. I think I'm okay. We do have damage, and I will repair the damage. I might pit this lap. Let's box now and get that damage repaired. Coulthard might be right. I think I have no wheel-to-wheel skills whatsoever. And now the British crowd hate me, don't they? They absolutely hate me. They were about to watch their star rookie driver score a podium at their first home Grand Prix, and Early's gone and ruined it. All right, we'll bring it into the pits. Hamilton's not pitting. Okay.
Sauber already in the pits.
Interesting. Hamilton stays out without front wing. We're going to bring it into the box for a pit stop. Monsoon tyres going back on. the damage being repaired, at least as much as we can. 20 laps of fuel on board, and we are away.
Lewis Hamilton is running third, about 15 seconds ahead. You're running fourth.
Couldn't have joined the stream at a better time. It's been a rough few minutes. Back onto the track we go. 5th place then, as Alonso, on his road to recovery after a poor first stint, he's actually in 4th place. Oh dear. No, that's not good. I don't know if I'll do the Monaco non-championship race. I'm not sure. If I get time to do it, yes. But I've created a schedule for the next 2 months and it's not on there. Got some traffic. This is a yellow... Oh, is that still Ralf Schumacher? Yep, he's still there. He's refusing to retire from the race. Okay, out the way, mate. Is that Kobayashi? Yes. Alonso lapping Jarno Trulli. Wait, did I almost get rear-ended by Kubica in the pits? Really? That's crazy. I did not notice.
Less than 3 seconds ahead. You're running fifth.
A Monaco title decider where everybody dies by lap 10. I can't think of much worse than that. Has Hamilton been into the pits since? Yeah, okay, he's right. Oh, he's right there. Oh, he's... Wait. Why is he not boxed? Why is Hamilton not boxing? He's got no front wing. Is he just going to drive the rest of the race with no front wing? He's not even requesting a pit stop. Because Ralph requested for... Yes, you're correct. The reason Hamilton cannot pit is because of this man here, who has been stationary for 5 minutes. Ralf Schumacher has ruined Lewis Hamilton's chance at a podium at his home Grand Prix by just refusing to retire his car. Oh, dearie me. That's quite embarrassing. In the in-game lore, we're going to have to work it out and say that Hamilton was... Gosh, that was close. Hamilton was so focused on not losing track position, he refused to pit. Fourth place now. Ralph, why don't you just retire? You are not achieving anything. All you're doing is staring at a wall. He forgot to pit. Yeah, I've done that. Fernando Alonso all over the shop. The McLaren driver who's second in the championship but not having the greatest of weekends, whilst the championship leader Kimi Raikkonen is streaking away out front. The run down to turn 1 on lap 25. An early look to the inside of Alonso, he can, but not enough to get through. Now I can't see anything. Holy smokes. In this universe, Hamilton idolises early. Yeah, I am Hamilton's childhood hero. He already recreated my moment at the French Grand Prix when crashing coming into the pits. So now he's going to recreate my Brazil 2005 moment of running out of fuel. Yes, I think Hamilton will just run out of fuel. Oh, Alonso, mate, you picked the wrong side. Through we go. And up to third place. Podium. Button's 26 seconds ahead. As Ralf Schumacher still doing absolutely nothing. It's been a really long race, it feels like. We're not at half race distance yet. I've not done any racing for a while. So 100% races is just... wow. Although I was on a flight back from Cyprus last night. And it was delayed for like an hour and a half. But we were already on the plane. So we were just sitting there. So the flight was 5 hours, but then an extra hour and a half. And I was at a window seat. So I felt rude if I had to like get up to stand up, because I'd have to wake the people up next to me. Absolute mess. And there was a child sitting in the chair behind me, kept kicking my chair. Then there was a baby crying almost for 2 hours straight, the last 2 hours of the flight. Oh my god. That is a bad time to message Andre. Should have just cried in the face of a baby. Yeah. That's what, what's the Chad Lonzo meme? That's what Chad Lonzo would do. It was not British Airways, it was Jet2. Which I think is like one of the cheapest airlines. McLaren ready in the pits. That'd be for Alonso. Maybe Alonso's on a one stop here. I hate flying. I'm not like scared of flying. I just find it so boring. And I hate not having enough leg room. I've got long legs, you know? I'm a tall guy. I've got long legs. There's never enough space. And I can't sleep sitting down. I have to be lying down. So there's no way I can get any sleep. Just an unfortunate, awkward situation. Why not work on Excel on my laptop? Because the way my backpack was packed, I've got my laptop in there and I've got a camera in like a case and something else in there as well, and I can't take everything out because it's an absolute pain to get back in. So if I took the laptop out, there's no way I'm getting it back in the bag without a lot of work. Honda ready in the pits. That's going to be for Button. Maybe Button on a 3-stop today, because that's his second pit stop. It's only lap 27. And Ralf Schumacher is still there. Try playing F124, much worse than my plane flight. Yeah, I'm just not even going to attempt to play F124 until maybe there's a sale. Well, we're definitely catching Button now because he's in the pits. You don't get the F124 hate, you love it. I think people were just expecting something different. You know, if it's for you and you like it, then there's absolutely no problem. I do think the price point is too much. No game should be that much. But that's not an F124 issue, that's just a gaming issue. What I don't know anything about game development, but what I see and what I hear about the F1 games is it's obviously on the Ego engine still, which was developed many, many years ago. And they just add things to it without sort of like streamlining the process of it all. Because I know people who try and mod the games, they say that Like how the files are laid out and how they're packaged is ridiculous.
Schumacher is unable to continue. He's retired in sector 2.
He's retired. That means Hamilton can pit, surely. Does he have the fuel left? Hamilton's got a pit stop requested. It's not over. Ralf Schumacher's out the race. Kubica's in 4th now. I'm in 2nd. Raikkonen leads. Okay. Yeah, Button is on a 3-stop. He's got the same amount of fuel as me now, so it's a straight fight between me and Jensen.
Williams are ready in the pits.
Yes, I am impressed with the price point for F1 Manager. If you pre-order it, I think it's even cheaper than €40. Isn't it like 35? Now, I'm not sure if they're just doing that because... I don't know, they want to increase sales, or is it because this is the final F1 Manager game by Frontier? And they've kind of got nothing else to lose on it. Oh, Sutter's stuck in gear. Right. No chance of points for Adrian.
Raikkonen is running first, about 35 seconds ahead. You're running second.
Something does have to change. You know, with buggy game releases that are charged at, what, yeah, £70 to £100. But I feel like it's one of those situations where it has to get much worse before it does get better. Because I don't see that ever changing for, you know, nobody's going to say, oh, let's boycott buying this game and everybody agree with them. That's not going to happen. The only way it changes is, I feel like if laws are imposed, you know, you cannot release a game to market in a poor state. It has to be proven to be in a good state or something like that. But it has to get worse before that happens. Sort of the way of the world. It's like safety in Formula 1. You know, all the safety improvements come as soon as somebody dies. Sure, you could have the oh my god, PK Jr. is so slow. You could have the idea to bring the Halo in many years ago. Oh, let's bring the Halo in. But nobody's going to agree with you because, oh, you know, we haven't had that person die yet, so why would we need the Halo? And then somebody dies and you think, oh wow, okay, it's got that bad, we got to make it better now. Might be the same with video games.
Raikkonen is running first, about 30 seconds ahead. You're running
Oh gosh.
second.
Yeah, there's no doubt some games do justify a high price point. But yeah, yearly releases, which are just updates on the previous years, they don't justify that price. Realistically, how much are they putting into development? The costs of it all per year? I don't know. They must make a huge profit. EA, at least. Not EA, sorry. Codemasters are definitely capable of making good games. They've made great games. Even WRC that came out last year, I think that's a great game. But I think it's just maybe the influence of EA on it. Maybe rushing development cycles is most definitely harming the overall product.
Already in the pits.
The way I used to price games is for every £1 I spend on a game, I have to play it for 4 hours. So if I spend £50 on a game, I have to get 200 hours playtime out of it. Most F1 games, at least the past few years, I've got to around 120 hours played, which would justify me spending £30 on it, but I'm spending at least double that, £60. So I'm not getting my money's worth, in my opinion. RBR is an incredible rally game, yes. I need to download RBR again. Oops, that's wide. You spent £83 on F123 and got 330 hours out of it. Now, is that 330 hours of enjoyment or just 330 hours? If it's enjoyment, then of course that's justified, in my opinion. Yeah, sure, Bents. I can, but I can't help you out, you know, by helping you make anything. But if you want to discuss anything, yeah, sure. Got 11 hours out of F123. Oh dear.
Raikkonen is running third.
Oh dear.
About 30 seconds ahead. You're running second.
RBR does work great with a G29, yes. Yes, it does. See, R Factor 2 was a great game until they followed the same process as what iRacing does, or Race Room, where you have to buy track DLC and car DLCs to race online. And
Watch for the yellow flag.
that ruined it. R Factor was so free, you know, it was just mods.
Has lost his front wing.
What? Raikkonen, the race leader, has lost his front wing, and is he going to do what Ralf Schumacher did and take out a back marker? Kamui Kobayashi in the way. No, he's fine. So what happens here? On board with Kimi Raikkonen, Kobayashi trying to let him through, and he's made contact with him, spins around, just about keeps out of the wall for now. And then, yeah. He says, screw you, Shell, and just attacks the advertising board. So Raikkonen into the pits this lap. I think he might still fill up with enough fuel to get him to the end of the race. Right now the gap is 22 seconds. If I end up winning this race, I don't feel like I deserve it. I've just been driving around and everybody's just been taking themselves out of the race. Grand Prix 4 is very difficult to get working properly. On modern systems. Especially modern systems. My R Factor 2 talk, yes. They've moved away from what R Factor 1 was so good at, or an F1 challenge, which is just letting the community make mods and it thrived through that. They've moved away from that to produce official content, which is fine, and charging money for it, which is also, I suppose, fine, because you don't need that content, but it does take away from the community-led content. So you no longer get what was created for R Factor 1 for R Factor 2. You get that on Assetto Corsa now instead. And I've never been able to get into Assetto Corsa. It's got a lot of mod support. The most out of any of the current sims. I've just never got into it. So with Raikkonen into the pits, I think we are going to take the race lead here. James Early leads for BMW Sauber at the 2007 British Grand Prix. Nice. You've never played any retro racing games. That's where it's at. Retro racing games is where it's at. Have I heard anything about AC2? Very little. I know it's confirmed that it's going to be released at some point. Oh dear, that's wide. I've ever played GP2. I've never played Grand Prix 2. It's a game I need to play at some point. I need to play Grand Prix 4 more first. And I know they're either fans of GP4 or GP2. I know GP3 there's still a player base, but it's not as big as either 4 or 2. At least that's what it seems from the outside. I don't know how old a game needs to be considered retro. Retro to me in gaming is 90s. So I wouldn't even say F1 Challenge is retro. But then what would you call it if not retro? Because classic is older than retro. And I'm calling this game a classic, but it's not old enough to be considered. I don't know. Dated. Yeah, we'll go with dated.
You're running first.
If I ever need help with GP4, tell you. Will do. I know GP4 is hard to get working properly, but the mods quite exciting. That could be a cool career mode. You know, modding that game. Classic is more recent than retro. I'd say Classic is older than retro. I am basing this on the Automobilista 2 F1 cars. You got Formula Retro, which are the 80s cars, and then Formula Classic, which are the 60s cars. Yeah, you do need GPX patch, yeah. I've done quite not a horrendous amount, but I've done quite a bit with Grand Prix 4. Yeah, I've raced races on it. I've modded it before. I've played Grand Prix Legends once. I've got it installed on my computer. Have I used GP4 Tweaker? Yes. Is it Formula Vintage? Oh, okay, never mind. Which is Formula Classic then? Is that the 90s ones? Button's overtaking Kimi. So Button up into second. Raikkonen is fueled to the end though. We've still got 11 laps of fuel. I could, don't want to jinx it, I could win this race. We're in the second half of the race now. This could be... I don't feel like I deserve this victory if we win it. There's still a long way to go. But I've not done anything outstanding. I've just been driving, and everybody else has been messing up. Oh gosh. Yeah, my most viewed short is a GP4 one, yeah. Yes, I've used the 2001 Car Set Manager mod, yeah. You hope I lose. That's nice. Yeah. What's that, spin number 4? There we go. 4th time's a charm. Yeah, the 22 car limit is a rough one. I guess it depends on what seasons you're doing. If you're racing through all the 2000s, you're okay. Because there's never more than 22 cars.
Already in the pits.
Is that 5 spins? I remember 4 of them. If we win here, it means we would have won with 4 different teams. We won 1 race with BAR in 2 seasons.
McLaren
We won,
already in the pits.
I don't know how many with Williams, probably about 20 victories with Williams. And we've won maybe about 10 with Toyota.
Remaining.
I think Williams was definitely our most successful team. Toyota, of course, we did win the championship. And we were in the championship battle for 2 out of the 3 seasons there. BMW Sauber has been... It's been consistent, but it's not been outstanding so far. We got 1 podium so far this year, I think, or maybe 2. We did get a pole position in the USA. If BMW wanted back into Formula 1, do I think they'll get granted a spot? Depends how long they tend to commit. They intend to commit. If it's like 10 seasons, then yes, I think they will. But if they say they want to enter Formula 1 and they don't specify how long they want to be there, then no, I don't think they do. I feel like for another team to be granted a spot on the grid, there's a lot of red tape in the way, but they'd have to show a long-term commitment for any other team to sort of agree to a new, was it the Concord Agreement? To a new agreement for the commercial rights. Yeah, that's tough.
You're running first.
Do I think Audi will be any good? Maybe. Maybe it's hard to look forward and see a grid that's different to what we have right now. In terms of the pecking order, it's hard to see a new, different team that's not Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes, and I suppose McLaren being at the front. It's very hard to see that. Well, Aston Martin, what they did in 2023, especially at the start, with Alonso getting so many podiums, it felt weird. It felt like a fever dream because I never expected Aston Martin to ever be that close to the front. But it happened. So maybe that would happen with Audi as well. Maybe they can find their way to the front. How to make Monaco more boring. Yeah, that's the type of video I'd make. We'll make Monaco a radio-only race. No TV coverage. You can only listen to what's happening. But you have to listen in a language that's not your own. So you have to listen to a language you don't understand. Thank you, George.
Sauber already in the pit.
Jizzy James. That's horrible. A chicane in the Monaco tunnel. We'll call it a moving chicane. It'll be an old lady on what are they called? A mobile scooter. You're from Brazil. Very nice. Who's your favourite Brazilian driver? Mine's Lucas Di Grassi. No, it's not. Mine's Roberto Moreno. Felipe Massa. Nice. Good choice. Anyone but PK. Fine, I'll pick PK Jr. instead.
Toyota already in
Hello,
the pit.
Ash. You forgot the full stop on the end of lag. Castro Neves. Okay, yeah. Sure. Has Castro Neves ever tested a Formula 1 car?
You're running first.
I think the other day I was reading the Formula 1 test drivers list for 2011. There were some names I didn't even recognise. 2011 wasn't that long ago. But there was test drivers who I thought, what? Who are they? Emerson Fittipaldi. Good choice, good choice. Emerson Fittipaldi is one of those drivers who... so much bigger than just Formula 1, you know? Sure, he did great in Formula 1. Was he a two-time world champion? And the longevity of his racing career. He was still racing in karts in the 90s. The late 90s. How does everybody suddenly forget about Tarso Marquez? Tarso Marquez has a 100% record against Fernando Alonso. Is Snozcumber alive in this universe? And if so, what is he up to? No, he died in a helicopter crash. Is Nelson Farina, Olivier Higgs, Graham Hill just one person? That's one hell of a name. You know, if you were given that name, you've got a lot to live up to.
You're running first.
Oh, that's so wide. We're in a very good place here. We can win this race quite easily. Did Nannini die in a helicopter crash? Wow, I didn't know that. Or maybe I did know that and I chose to forget. Who's crashed?
Has lost a wheel.
Who's crashed? Somebody's
Kimi
crashed.
Räikkönen has lost his front wing.
No. Oh dear, he's crashed with PK. Oh no! The championship leader is out. And how has that happened then? I'm imagining he's going to run into the back of PK Jr., who's gone wide at turn 1. That is my guess. Oh dear, you know what? I might lay the blame on a racing incident. I think that's a 50-50. Let's take a look on board. Where are you placing the blame, guys, on this crash? But you can't see anything. Raikkonen overly ambitious. PK not doing too much wrong, but could have moved out of the way sooner. I think it's more a racing incident. Maybe 60-40 Raikkonen. That's a shock. Raikkonen out of the race. Alonso will go up to 3rd, and that means if it stays like that, he'll be 1 point behind Raikkonen in the championship. And right now, I'm gonna win. I think I'm gonna win this race. What can go wrong now? We've got 20 laps to go. I think we're gonna win this. It'll be our first win for BMW Sauber. A mechanical failure. Not had a mechanical failure for a long time. Yeah, World Drivers' Championship. After this, if it stays like this with Alonso in 3rd, it'll be Raikkonen 54 points, Alonso 53 points, Early 44 points. Do not bottle it. I'm not going to bottle it. The only thing that can ruin this now is mechanic. What do I even say? I can't remember the line. It's been that long. I like to tempt fate. Just fun, you know.
You're running first. 20 laps to go.
That just did not turn at all. We're almost at the nice number. Make sure to give the live stream a thumbs up. I think it helps. And if you're watching and you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe. That's called a call to action. No. Well. Yeah, see, I know you're subscribed because only subscribers can talk in the chat. So, yeah. You have to check I'm still alive on Twitter. I've been more active on Twitter lately. I posted a poll today. Some of you may have seen it. I was asking, what is more impressive for a first victory? Sebastian Vettel, Monza 2008, or Max Verstappen, Spain 2016? In my opinion, it's Vettel, hands down. You disliked? Thanks. Sebastian Vettel's win in Monza is not just one of the most impressive first victories, I think it's one of the most impressive victories ever. Or at least definitely in the 21st century. The Toro Rosso, yes, the upgraded Toro Rosso second half of that season was probably the 4th fastest car. You know, even Bourdais was getting some top 5 finishes. Or at least maybe one top 5 finish. But Vettel to not only get pole position, to race away in very treacherous conditions for all 53 laps and win the race. Ridiculous. Sure, it was helped by the actual top drivers not being in the correct positions, being further down the grid. And his nearest challenger was, who was it? Heikki Kovalainen? But still, crazy result. I need to frame that quote, BRM. I could frame it and stick it on my wall. Oh yeah, fuel. Okay, we'll be boxing in a few laps' time. Jarno's having a truly horrible race. I'll see what you did there. At what point do you think Vettel was past his prime? Like, what year would you say he was on the downward trajectory? 14 onwards. I mean, looking at results, it's easy to say 14 onwards. But I think his first season at Ferrari was really good. 17 and 18, I think if it was peak Sebastian Vettel. Definitely 18, I think he could have won the championship. Maybe not 2017, because Mercedes' second half of 2017 was stronger. But 18, I think if you had 2013 version of Sebastian Vettel in that car in 2018, I think he wins the championship.
Your front left tyre is beginning to blister.
Raikkonen did win a title past his prime. I agree with that. Have I heard Rob Smedley's villainous laugh? No? I'd like to hear that. That sounds great. Button's been into the pits now and is 39 seconds behind me. God, it feels like an F1 2010 race when everybody's so slow. We do have the blistering. Wasn't Vettel rumoured to be the Mercedes driver next year as well? I just don't... He's not the same as he once was. Vettel early 2010s was ruthless. Alonso's prime 2010 to 2014. No, I agree with that. Alonso's prime was definitely his Ferrari years. Maybe Alonso had 2 primes, because winning the championship in 05 and 06, yeah, I think that definitely was maybe his first prime. 2007, although I know he was level with Hamilton or whatever, and a point behind Raikkonen, I don't think that's the best Fernando Alonso, though. He did make a few mistakes that year. You got to think prime Alonso does beat a rookie Hamilton. Surely. So I don't think that was peak Alonso. Renault 2008 though, I mean, we won 2 races that year, that's pretty good. Hulkenberg currently in his prime, in your opinion? Yeah, he's doing good work. Far clear of Magnussen, in my opinion. I don't even remember Hulkenberg in the early 2010s.
Stuck in fourth gear.
You are kidding me! Button is stuck in gear and is about to retire from the race. Does nobody want to finish this race? Okay, I'm going to pick next lap just because I don't want to run out of fuel. And we'll put in about 15 laps of fuel. Because we seem to be saving quite a bit. I'm just being gifted a race victory. I'll do a full race update
You're running
after my pit stop. And we'll find out where everybody is. I think we'd all like to see a Hulkenberg podium.
Honda. Already in the pits.
You've got to be a bit sad to not want to see that. But I know where you can find a normal version of F1 Challenge 99-02. See, I don't know where to get the base version of the game. I just tell people usually to join the F1 Challenge Discord, which you can find by just Googling the F1 Challenge Discord. Because there's links to download the game there. I don't know if they're just the base game, though, or not. Van Dorn's prime was 2016. I never rated Van Dorn. Guess you're a bit sad. Oh, come on. Why would you not want to see a Hulkenberg podium?
Pit crew ready.
Okay, box. I can't believe we're winning this race. Guarantee if it was dry, I'm not even scoring points. It's just the rain. Stopping on our marks for our final stop in this one. A quick burst of fuel and brand new monsoon tyres on the car. And we're going to rejoin. About 35 seconds clear of second place Fernando Alonso. It's our race to lose.
Remaining.
It's been our race to lose for a while, ever since Raikkonen had his issues. How do I look at drivers who only found success in one set of regulations and failed in multiple others? A bit like Vettel. I think it does dampen their achievements slightly. You know, if Vettel didn't have his spinning years, people would hold him in much higher regard. But he did have those bad years. Ricciardo's one of those drivers. Yeah. Although Ricciardo was good in the same regulations he was bad in, I think. Hakkinen. I think he was... Like, Hakkinen had a good 97 season, didn't he? Or did he... No, never mind. He finished behind Coulthard, but he had bad reliability. He still won a race, though. And that was before the regulation change. Lapping Jarno Trulli for about the 10th time today. He did win Jerez 97. That's the one I was referring to. Alonso, that's why he's so impressive. He's done it over multiple regulations. Like Alonso in the groove tyre era is his driving style.
You're running first.
You know, keeping the tyres in the correct window. Maximum push. And he's then with the Pirelli era and Bridgestone, of course, in 2010. You know, what he did with the Ferrari, ridiculously good. Maybe in the hybrid era he's been less impressive only because he's not been in the correct machinery. If Senna didn't die and moved to Minardi, would he be less goated? Yes. If you look at just the results blind and you see Coulthard beat Hakkinen in 97, maybe it makes Hakkinen look worse. But there's always like an underlying story. I'm guilty of it. I just look at Wikipedia sometimes and I think, okay, wow, Coulthard finished ahead of Hakkinen. But it's not the full story. Coulthard's the second best driver to never win an F1 title. That, I believe, is an unpopular opinion. Oh dear. What's that? Spin 6? We're okay. We've got a 35-second lead. Oh, full race update. Shall we have a look? So early in the lead, lap 47, it's Alonso in second, Kubica in third. We're not too far away from a BMW Sauber 1-2. Webber in fourth place, having another great race. Hamilton, after driving around with no front wing for at least 10 laps, is in fifth place. Rosberg, didn't Rosberg start in like 19th? He's in sixth place, ahead of Vettel and Heidfeld, who started right at the back in eighth place. Coulthard out of the points, even though he led at the end of the first lap. De La Rosa 10th. Nowhere. Trulli, he's had damage from the start and he's pitting this lap. Kobayashi 12th. There's only 12 drivers left in this race. Button's out. Oh, never. Sorry, there's more. Button was that far ahead of everybody else. Davidson is going to be 13th and Speed is 14th. So there's 14 drivers left. Raikkonen out, of course, Piquet Jr. Who's that? Suttil, Ralph, Barrichello, Albers, and Takuma Sato. I think, yeah, the go-to is Sterling Moss, greatest to never win a world championship. Chris Amon, I can't comment because I never watched much of that, so I'm not too sure about that one. But drivers like Barrichello and Coulthard, and Patrese, Webber and Berger, I never saw any of those as world championship quality drivers, but maybe that's just because I didn't watch Moss either. Actually, I've watched 2 full documentaries about Sterling Moss. So, yes, I have. I know everything. Yeah, Barrichello, I never saw him as a world championship quality driver, but that might just be because he didn't win a championship, so it's kind of skewed my perception. Martin Brundle was Sterling Moss's teammate. In what? I think Martin Brundle... Right, I don't know if this is unpopular. If Martin Brundle didn't have that injury to his ankle in, was it 84? I think he could have been a world champion. No, maybe not. He's in the wrong era for that. Okay, he would have won races. Definitely. I think Martin Brundle was an excellent driver. You just got to look at his results before the injury. I know he got disqualified from, I think, all the races in 1984, didn't he? But he got a podium for Tyrrell in like his second race. It's pretty incredible. I think drivers like Brundle, and then you could say Johnny Herbert as well because of his injury in Formula 3. They had a lot higher potential than what they could have actually shown. So it's just a story of what if. It's like Kubica as well. Kubica, of course, yeah, he had his success in BMW Sauber, but then he had that injury before going to Ferrari, so he never went to Ferrari. That's a what if story. How many current F1 drivers have won Le Mans? On the current grid, 3. Is that right? 3? Oh yeah, Wendlinger, yeah. I was listening to his Beyond the Grid episode last week. Who are those? You have the answer. Alonso, Hulkenberg, Magnussen? Is it? Have they all won Le Mans? It's not 3. Okay, 2 then. It's 2. It's not Magnussen. Alonso won it, right? Hulkenberg's won it. Why did I think Magnussen won it? Oh, has Magnussen won, like, Daytona 24? I'm sure he's won some endurance race. Yes, John. Yes, we are. I've had a change of heart after my month away. He won a race in IMSA. See, yeah. He won a race in IMSA, and therefore he won Le Mans 24 hours in my mind.
You're running first.
How was work? It was...
11 laps
The
remaining.
work was good. The rest of it was just
Well done, you've
bored.
just set the fastest lap of the race.
the work itself was good. We just set the fastest lap. 40 seconds clear of Alonso. True domination. James' early domination may bore fans. That's the rumour. Magnussen came 7th in his only Le Mans. 29th. Wait, what? So you corrected 7th to 29th? Magnussen won Belle Isle, which was 1 hour and 40. Oh. how have I twisted that? Got it completely wrong then. I don't know what Tomo's iteration of Monaco is. Out of the current drivers on the grid, which could go on to become a WEC great? Okay, if they all left and just went to World Endurance Championship, Hulkenberg and Alonso, because they're proven that they can do it. I think Verstappen would be. Yeah. Drivers like Verstappen and Alonso, they're all-round drivers. I feel. I don't know. I can say that with Alonso because there's proof. But maybe not Verstappen, I don't know.
You're running first. 10 laps to go.
10 laps to go. Let's bring it home for our first victory for this team. Checo because he's good on tyres. I suppose you'd have to say Hamilton as well then, because Hamilton has notoriously been very good on tyres. I saw that, yeah, Super GT getting banned for speeding in a one of the slow zones, so he didn't take part in the 24 hours of the Nordschleife. Sorry, Nürburgring 24 hours. That's trademarked. What is going on with the Nürburgring 24 hours? I know it was stopped early because of the fog, right? Are they rescheduling it, or is that result final? That's the race. Okay.
9 laps
Interesting.
remaining.
If I was Super GT or Jimmy Broadbent or whoever, I think I'd be disappointed that the race didn't go the full distance. Regardless of, I know they finished what, 2nd in class, but I don't know. Right. 7 spins. We're counting them. We're almost on to double digits. Where do I think you're going to finish in Russia to F1 2020 career? Are you doing a 50% race or 100? I will never understand the massive Mick Schumacher supporters. I don't think I've ever seen anything from him that suggests that he's that guy. He's not that guy. He's never been that guy. If you think Mick Schumacher's that guy, that means you think Jolyon Palmer's that guy. Or Davide Valsecchi. They're not that guy. Hello, Parrot. I am actually winning. It's been a race gifted to me, really.
You're running first. 8 laps to go.
Is the bad weather at the Nürburgring due to the time of year they hold the race? If it's such an issue, surely they'd move it to a different time of year? Mick Schumacher versus Callum Ilott. Who you take? I'd take Callum Ilott. '92 F1 season on GP2. Nice. Nice. 1 like equals 1 pray. Who are we praying for? James Early to not reach 10 spins in a race. I'll have to check that out, Andre. I'm not aware of it. Oh, what are you doing? Bit of road rage here late on. No, I don't hate Palmer at all. Jolyon Palmer, I have no problem with. I'm just saying he wasn't that guy. Mick Schumacher is not that guy either. And if we're being honest, Jolyon Palmer had a better F1 career than Mick Schumacher did. I know the Renault is better than the Haas, but still. And they're both similar in the fact that they took a few years to win GP2 or F2. And they made it to F1 and they were there for a couple seasons. Did he? Yes. 6th place in Singapore? In the wet? I think he did. Yeah. Didn't he have like 7th place in Malaysia as well? Jolyon Palmer? Maybe I've completely forgotten what Mick Schumacher did in F1. All I remember him doing is obviously nothing in 2021 because of the car, and I remember him crashing a lot in 2022. Oops. Singapore was its only point score. Nice. Still, I don't remember anything that Mick Schumacher did. Mick Schumacher could have scored 100 points. I don't remember. He raced wheel to wheel with Verstappen in Hungary. I remember Mick Schumacher racing wheel to wheel with Verstappen in Silverstone, and it was only because Verstappen had damage. And Verstappen was a dirty driver that race. I remember him cutting Schumacher off into the final corner on the final lap, just like turning in straight. It's just weird. Why is he battling that hard? Yeah, I think if you had put a strong driver lineup in that 2021 Haas, it doesn't seem as bad a car. But it was a dog of a car, and they chose to put 2 rookies in the car. Not a good idea. Somebody's got smoke coming from their engine. Who is it? I don't know. Oh, it's Kobayashi. Nobody cares.
Is out. He's blown the engine.
Oh, I predict 8th place, Jaden. I don't need to rage because I'm in the lead. That's 8 spins. Five laps to go. 9? Okay, 9 spins then. Fine. One more and we'll make it to 10.
Remaining.
Yes, I can count. I'll make it my mission to just not spin anymore. James spin early. Okay. Okay, question. This might be a slightly complicated question. It's not really. Okay. So, every season in F1, there's the best driver and there's a worst driver, right? So, for example, 2021, the worst driver is Nikita Mazepin. Okay? In every season of Formula 1, which is the best worst driver? So 2021, you'd pick Mazepin, right? He's the worst driver. Let's say 2024, we're picking Sargent. Yeah? So you go through all the seasons, you find the worst driver, and then pick the best worst driver. Who is it? That could take a while. You'd have to go through every season and figure out who's the worst, and then judge who the best worst driver is. Also, if you are giving an answer, give me the year they were the worst. Do you think Sargent is the best worst driver? Maybe. Maybe. Sebastian Loeb. I cannot take Sebastian Loeb as the best worst driver. Has he competed in a race? No. Sirotkin 2018. Sirotkin better than Sargent though? If it's based on free practices only. Yeah. No. You have to have raced the race. You don't have to just count full season drivers. You can do drivers who've just taken part in one race a season.
4 laps to go.
Marc Genet 2009. But he's not though, is he? Like, Marc Genet was not as good as Sargent. I don't think. Marc Genet didn't even race in 2009, did he? He was only a test driver. Wait, did Genet do a race in 2009? Badoa did a race. I'm getting confused between my Ferrari test drivers. Hot take, Max Chilton. That's not a bad shout. Max Chilton, he was, yeah, maybe the worst driver in 2013. And he did go on to finish 4th in his first ever Indy 500, I think it was. He was a pretty good driver, maybe, on his day. Andre Lotterer had his, that one race. It's not much of a race. Was Ide a test driver in this universe? Was that wasn't real life, was it?
You're running first. 3 laps remaining.
Andre Lotter out-qualified Ericsson, so can you say he's the worst? No. Yeah, I'd say Lotter is better than Ericsson. So you can't call him the best worst driver, because he was not the worst on the grid. Winkelhock. Was Winkelhock the worst driver in 2007? I don't know. Zanardi a shout. What year would that be? '99. Okay. Who else was on the 99 grid who would have been worse than him? Or are we saying Zanardi was the worst driver in 1999? Yeah, he's a pretty good worst driver. You can only judge them on that year, though. So, like, Badoa, sure, yeah, he had untapped potential, but we're judging him on his 2009 performances. Are we, or are we judging them overall? I don't know now. I think I've confused myself with the question.
You're running first. 2 laps.
Is that Rosberg still in the wall? No, it's Ralf Schumacher in the wall. Maybe Kubica. Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. Kubica 20... What year was it? 2019? It's overall. Okay, yeah. Oh, Kubica is a great best worst driver then. Because he was the worst driver on the grid into... Well, he outscored George Russell, but if we're being honest, he was the worst driver that season. James Early every year. I will not take this James Early slander. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Mansell 95. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Is that the season he couldn't fit in the McLaren? Spin 10 on the final lap. It's not happening. This is going to be a flawless final lap. Fat Mansell. Nigel Fatzel. Fat Nige. Okay, we are starting the final lap of the race with an almost 1 minute lead back to Fernando Alonso. And 9 spins under my belt. Massive worst driver in 2030? No. No. I'd say probably Max Chilton. Kaylee Alboreto. I don't think there was a season Alboreto was the worst driver, though. I'd have to look at the Wikipedia. I would have to just look at the Wikipedia. Forgot about Guido van der Garde and Charles Pic. Yeah, I completely forgot about those drivers. Christian Fittipaldi, the kart goat. This is a momentous occasion for all you watching right now. This is a win with a 4th different team in this career mode. Rounding the final corner for the final time. We've conquered the conditions. We've done a 2008 Lewis Hamilton by winning by a minute. And a 2008 Felipe Massa by spinning every lap. And Kubica's in 2nd place. What's happened to Alonso? We crossed the line to win. I think it's going to be a BMW Sauber 1-2. What's going on there? Alonso, I think... Sorry, what's happened to Alonso? Alonso had a pit on the 2nd to last lap. For some reason. Interesting. Right. Okay. I'll let that all play out whilst we go crash into a wall. Kubica just has to drag it around the final few corners. It's going to be a BMW Sauber 1-2, which has not happened before. I am the greatest BMW driver ever. Crash into Ralph. Good idea. Donuts. Okay, okay. Yeah, donuts. That's a good idea as well. I need to find a runoff area. Has James Early ever led a 1-2 before? Yes, we definitely had 1-2s before. In the Williams days, me and Ralph, I'm sure we had a few. Is that gravel? I don't want gravel. Thanks, Lewis. Guys, if you're not sick of me yet, we are about to go stream on Twitch. I'm going to play Gran Turismo 3. So make sure to follow me over there. I've got traction control on. I can't spin. Right, Fernando Alonso did get third. Right, let me go crash into Ralph Schumacher. This is going to be a great crash. Engine's still going. The engine's still going. Oh dear. I can't spin. Yeah, after spinning 9 times in the race. And that's early. He's gone off the... You can't even see the crash. You just see me go across the screen. Let's get a view of Ralph Schumacher's car. Oh, that's a terrible view, man. Oh, here we go. Ralph Schumacher. I mean, he's not in the car, but he didn't see what hit him. I'll tell you what hit him. It's early. Nice. You could meet Alex Albon tomorrow. What do you want me to ask him? You could ask him, are you subscribed to James Early? Yeah?
Well, that's the end
Oh,
of
BMW Sauber 1-2.
British
What a
Grand
great
Prix.
return
Here
to
are
YouTube
the final
streams.
results. The Sauber driver first,
We lapped everybody but 3.
Sauber,
Well, but 2.
Kubica second. Alonso
I think I was gifted that race.
Webber fourth.
Fair to say. I was definitely
Hamilton,
gifted it.
fifth.
Everybody ran into issues apart from me.
Rosberg, sixth.
Webber 4th, pretty good. Hamilton, even though he's missing a front wing for 10 laps, 5th place. Rosberg, good recovery. Sebastian Vettel, proving his worth again. And Heidfeld, who qualified down on the second to last row of the grid, I think, down in 20th place, finishes in 8th place. Coulthard, what could have been for him. Jarno Trulli, his race was ruined on lap 1 as well. De La Rosa's been nowhere since he's come in for Alexander Wirtz. And all the retirements down there, Raikkonen should have won the race. Button, potentially, should have won the race. Hamilton should have got a podium. Early should have not won the race, but I did. And I got the fastest lap as well. A 1:34.424. I think that's the fastest. Yeah, it's 2 seconds quicker than Kubica. I was rapid. I was so good. Easy. Job done. Wasn't that exciting? Well, some of it was. The first lap was pretty good. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're watching and you haven't liked the live stream, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I'm going to go over to Twitch now and stream there. But yeah, it's been fun. Sadly, no outro music because the previous one I used to use is now copyrighted. So that sucks. When GT3? Probably in 10 minutes. So this is my outro screen. Oh, never mind, it didn't even work. I can't click the... Oh, come on. I have to manually do it. Stream ending. There you go. Right, see you guys tomorrow for another stream. Goodbye. Can I sing my outro song? I don't know the lyrics.